How did I get the name Ice Prince? It's a very, very random story, very uninteresting, but I will say it though, I don't care if you get bored. I was named Ice Prince by a friend of mine when I was in my secondary school in Nigeria. He started calling me Ice because I went to school one day and I was wearing this big Rough Rider duck tag that had the R on it, and that time DMX was like the god with a small G in my eye, you know, and I was always wearing that Rough Rider duck tag. But the first time I wear it though, I went to school and I went late that day. I went purposely late because I wanted to be fly. I wanted to be seen by everybody. And there was a newcomer in my class that day. There was a freshman in my class. And he was behind me. I was sitting in front of him. He didn't know what to call me. So he said Ice. Boring, but yeah, that's very true. And he said Ice and everybody laughed at me. That's how Ice talk. Prince came from, the P came from my first name initial, Panshak. And that's my real name, Panshak is the man. So P came from that and became Prince somehow. So I'm still trying to figure out the perfect story to tell me. I don't have it. I would say I've been messing around with music since '99. You know, I was performing at social events in school. I used to always mime songs from Tupac, from JT Money, from B.I.G. and all those people. And I started recording around 2002. I started getting in the studio. Back then I was in a group called Echo Mox Squad. It was me and two of my friends. It was Ice Prince, it was J Miller, and it was Slim P. And the group broke up like after 3 years because one of us had to leave the city that we were in to a different city, and that just caused some fracas. And me, I think I came into limelight in 2009. I always like to say that because in 2009 I won a competition in Nigeria called Hennessy Artistry. And that was when I was put on this platform where everybody started knowing me. I started getting the papers, started doing TV and all that stuff. In 2010, I released the bomb, so I've been growing since then. I've really been spoken about, you know, especially lately, but I try so hard not to read about myself. I try so hard not to pay attention to too much about what's being said, especially if it's on the negative side. You know, I hardly get negative write-ups like that, but whenever there's a negative comment, I purposely do not pay attention to it, do not read it, because I just try to be a good person really, and if you don't understand that about me, then I'm sorry. But probably when you meet me, you get to understand that about me. God, yeah, I hardly do this. I'm influenced by everything and everything's music. I listen to everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. If you look at my laptop, if you look at my playlist, there's all kinds of music. I listen to rap, I listen to R&B, I listen to soul, I listen to reggae, I listen to house, I listen to Kwaito, I listen to everything. But when I was young, when I was much younger, and I was my parents, my mom's favorite musician when she was alive was Brenda Fassie, and my dad's favorite musician when he was alive was Lucky Dube. And when I was a kid, I was the biggest fan of the movie Sarafina. So like I really picked on the soundtrack for that movie, and I kind of grew up around that South African kind of sound. You know, from Lucky Dube to Brenda Fassie to the South African soundtrack. So yeah, growing up that was my major influence. But right now I listen to everything. My mind is more broad right now. Yeah, see my name's getting famous. My team's fire, man, you cannot flame us. Now Baba God work, you cannot. I think by just being me, I'm different. By just being me, I'm different. I can't my story is my story. I don't think any other artist can say my story better than I can. Like I'll use an example. Jay-Z cannot tell an Ice Prince story better than Ice Prince. Ice Prince won't tell his story. Y'all already says me different. Y'all already makes me different because my life experiences, things I've seen in my life, things I've been through. songs that I learned, all that stuff is definitely different from what every other person has been through. So that alone makes me different. It's me. It's me. Nobody else can be me, and I can't be anybody else. This is my 4th time being in South Africa. This is my 4th time. I'm loving it. I want to come back. I wish I could come back every week. Oliku. The song came, it wasn't inspired by a girl or a stone or some picnic or me being in a plane that was inspired. No. I got a beat from a friend of mine called Saz. Saz is one of the major producers in Nigeria. He's produced hits for like a lot of big artists in Nigeria. And he gave me a beat. And at the time, my record label, Chocolate City, was ready to release me. So Chocolate City was all about, oh, yo, Ice Prince, you need to submit a single, we need to put you out and all that stuff. So Saz gave me a beat that I was trying to work on. Excuse me. And the first thing that came to my head when I was playing with that beat was, she feeling the boy, yeah. She feeling the boy, yeah. And I thought that was good. And I went downstairs to the studio to write to that. And my producer, Jesse Jags, who's also my best friend, came into the studio. I remember he was traveling that day to go do a show in Abuja. Abuja is like the capital of Nigeria. And he heard me singing that and he started playing on the keyboard. He came to say bye, first of all. And he heard me singing. So he was just basically playing on the keyboard and playing chords to what I was singing. And it sounded good to me. I'm like, yo, Jags, let's record this on the system, you know. And between God and man, honestly speaking, I swear on what I'm about to say, Jags made the beat for Oliku under 30 minutes. Like the whole beat that you know of Oliku, under 30 minutes. Because he was rushing to the airport. And he lays that down. And I'm like, wow, this is so awesome, this is great. And I started writing verses to it. And I was writing, just trying to come up with words for it. And then I thought I needed another part of the chorus, apart from just feeling the boy. And I started composing in my head. Da 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 da. I was playing with the chord that Jesse had played. And I wanted to speak that in Yoruba. Yoruba is a dialect in Nigeria, one of the major dialects in Nigeria. And I wanted to speak that in Yoruba. And Bramo came to my mind and I was like, yo, Bramo, what are you doing? He's like, nah, man, come to the house, man, let's do something, man. He came to the house and I explained the song to him. I explained what I wanted to say in the song to him. And, you know, we joined us together. We made it happen. We thought it was good. We submitted it to the label. You know, they're like, yo, this is the song I want to put out. The label's like, nah, it's not there yet. You know, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. And I was just very stoned, like, nah, I want to put this song out. You know, I want to do this, I want to do that. The label kept insisting, yeah. You know, just label stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm gonna add a little bit of this and a little bit of that to it. And I added Ice Prince Man to the song, just so the label would think it's different. It wasn't really different. you know, and they're like, okay, whatever, let's just lick the song out. Let's just put the song on the internet and see how far it goes. And from the internet, you know, they say the rest is history. It's gone really, really far.
I swear on my life, I fucking love South Africa. This is all bullshit.
Yes, and I'm in South Africa right now, and I would definitely love to work with as many people as I can. I've worked with WSP before, very great guy, very awesome guy, and I'm looking forward to working with a lot of people. Like I have, let me brag a little bit. I have the Les on my BB, I have El Tigo on my BB, I have DJ Cleo's number. He doesn't use BB, he's on iPhone, he's a big boy, whatever. But yeah, I have his number. I'm very cool with Kulichana. I haven't used his name in a rap one time, but yeah, I'm cool with Kulichana. AKA is my dude as well, you know. AKA is my dude as well. And before I came, like I spoke to all these guys. I'm like, yo man, I'm coming through, man. Like, oh yeah, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. So anything can happen. It could be anything. But yeah, there's a guy called Raz that I'm definitely gonna work with. I'm working with Raz on this trip. That one is already confirmed. But for the rest of the guys, you know, we just might vibe and come up with something. What I normally say to people that look up to me or people that look up to artists like me or musicians generally is just be yourself, you know, put God in everything you do, work extra hard, meet people, shake hands with people, be nice to people, be the fun guy. That's what entertainment is about. It's about making people have fun, be the fun guy. And look at me, Ice Prince as an example. I came from basically nothing. Like, I'm not the most intelligent, even when I was in school. You know, I'm not the most intelligent at all. I'm not the most handsome guy. I have a pop belly down there. I have a big head. I'm the most random dude ever, you know, and I'm just from a very humble family, and if I can get to where I'm at with all of these imperfections, then you don't have an excuse to fail. You know, so that's what I tell everyone. I hope you're ready.
I always say Mucheda is a state of mind. Mucheda in my country, Cheda in my country means money. And as a teenager, I was very, I don't know, very money conscious. And then my friends started calling me Mucheda. My name was Mo, and then they just incorporated Cheda. And I didn't like it at first, but later I was like, cool, Mucheda sounds cool. Yeah. So I just started calling myself Mucheda. 8 years, 8 to 9 years, but it's been long but good, long but good. It was in 2009, and I've been working for years. You know when you keep working and like, oh, I'm gonna drop this year, you know, I'm gonna be on fire, but it never happened. But 2009, I did a song with Sauce Kid and Tito with Lighthouse, and it was called Monberry, like people call it Finest, and I just blew up. Everybody had the Mucheda syndrome, and I was like, okay, it just happened like in one big day, and everything just changed for me at that moment. It's very difficult, but I like difficult. Difficult is good. I like to fight, I like to push, I'm very driven. So when it's hard, I just like to make a point, like, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to shut it down, I'm going to do what no one has ever done before, and I'm going to make history. So it's hard, but I always push. Hard is good. Everything growing up, I've been in the industry since I was 12, and just changing with time, changing friends, changing everything, changing fashion. and I just try and learn like everywhere I go, learn new things, watching a lot of movies, and just be sensitive. Everybody thinks I'm very emotional because when I key into something, I really key into it. I could be watching a movie and I'd be like, oh my god, and you know, it was like, it's a movie, and I'm like, no, it's serious, this is life. But I learn from everything, and I'm very, very sensitive towards like the little things, so I think that helps. Usually, I believe everyone is different. I don't think one person is the same because we were made differently. But as a person, I just love music. That's what I was born to do. That's what I was made for, to entertain and to perform. And for me, the drive, the talent God has blessed me with, and just the difference. Everything about me is different. I'm special, so I just believe that I'm around to make a difference, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I think that makes me special. Yeah, I do. I try not to, but I do. It's horrible, but it comes with the game. It's better, it's like, I'll prefer you talk about me than not talk about me at all. So when you talk about me, good, bad, or ugly, I'm like, okay, that's alright. Yeah. It's my third time. I love South Africa. Love it. Yeah. So I'm excited I'm around again. Compare, we're very different, like I would say. For example, Sasha is a rapper, but I'm also an R&B singer. I do soul, I do rap, I do different things. Waja is a soul singer, Rami is a soul singer. Everyone is different, so Sasha is very different from me, and I can't say you can compare. You can't compare Sasha and I in like any way. The funny thing about me, I never like to talk. I just like people to just see. I'll never come to you and go, this is me, this is who I am, I'm special, I'm this, blah blah blah. But I just like people to notice. I like to work. I believe seeing is believing. I don't just talk. So you see me do stuff. So you tell me how special I am. I will tell you how special I am. I love Double HP. I love Liquid Deep. I'm obsessed with Liquid Deep. I definitely want to work with Liquid Deep. I'm waiting for the day we get in the studio together. To female artists, they always say things are hard. They always say, you can't do this, blah blah blah. You have to be nasty. You have to do this. You have to do that. It's very naughty. I don't say bad. I don't know. Only bad girls are into entertainment, but I think if you stick to your guns and just keep going, keep on going, don't think you're female. I think that's the first disadvantage. When you think of yourself like, I'm a girl, I can't do this, I can't do that. You're a human being. Guys are human beings, and they do it, so you can do it. And if you don't die, don't worry, keep going. Never stop. As long as you're alive, just keep going. New stuff. This is another phase of my life entirely. I've learned new stuff. I've done school. Everything is new. So you expect big things. Big things. I love to perform. I love to entertain. And what's beautiful about touring is that you get to perform to different audiences and different people that have never seen you before. So it's like a new experience for myself and a new experience for them as well. So I'm ready to just experience South Africa again and again as a whole.
Esta buena esta pasiva.